Hello everyone and welcome back to your favorite quizzing channel Whiz. You're here with your host master Priyadarshan Babu and I'm here to ask you 5 questions and also give you the answers of the questions that I asked you yesterday. So without any further delay, let's begin the process. Here are the answers. So here is question number 1. He became the third Iranian president after Mohammad Khatami and Mahmoud Ahmadinejad to win a presidential victory as an incumbent with an increased electoral mandate. So, what was the name of this president? Is what you had to tell me. So, his name was Hassan Rouhani, and he is the current president of Iran. So, that was the first question. Moving on to question number 2, here goes. Melania Trump is the second First Lady to have been born outside the country, not counting those born in US territory before the country existed. The first one to be a naturalized citizen and the first whose native language is not English. Who was the First Lady to achieve this feat? So this was actually Louisa Adams. So that was question number 2. Moving on to question number 3 for yesterday, here it is. The name to the city is given by a Spanish conquistador by the name of Panfilo de Narvaez. This city was founded by Spanish in 1519 and is the largest city and the leading commercial center in Cuba. So what is the name of the city is what you had to tell me. Well, when I've given the hint of the leading commercial center in Cuba, I guess many would have cracked the question on that. So the answer is Havana, which is also the capital city of Cuba. So moving on to question number 4 for yesterday, here goes. Boris Johnson introduced the new Route Master buses, a cycle hire scheme, and the Thames cable car, and banned alcohol consumption on much of London's public transport during his tenure as the Mayor of London. Why did he bring in all these structural changes? So this was actually a very interesting question. So the answer for this was as a preparation for the 2012 London Olympics. So that is why all of this was done. But nevertheless, it's always for the good. And that brings us to our last question for yesterday. So here it is. DirectPix.com, Replay.com, and other names were considered. So was Luna.com, which was the name of Randolph's dog. When the company was being incorporated, he named it Kibble.com until they could decide on something permanent. So how do we know of this company or this website right now? Well, to most of your surprise, the answer for this is Netflix. So, well, he came up with a very crazy name also compared to what he was initially planning to name them. So that sums up our questions for yesterday. It's time to move on to the 5 questions for today. So here is question number 1. This city was named by Charlemagne, who ruled over parts of modern France and Germany in the Middle Ages after winning a battle against the Saxons to commemorate his victory. Hot Dogs derives its name from this particular city. So what is the name of this city is what you need to tell me. Well, there are a couple of clues in the question itself. Moving on to question number 2 for today, here it is. The first bomb dropped on Berlin by the Allies killed the only dash in the Berlin Zoo. So which is this animal that we are talking about? So that's a pretty simple question there. Moving on to question number 3, here it is. X was a fictional name created during the Nazi era under authority of Reichsbank President Walter Funk in a secret arrangement with leader of the Heinrich Himmler. It was a false identity used to establish bank accounts to launder valuables stolen from those killed in the Nazi system of concentration camps and extermination camps. So all you have to do is identify X or identify the name of the person we are talking about. And that was question number 3. Moving on to question number 4 for today. Here it is. The longest battle in World War II lasted from 1939 to 1945. So what was the name that was given to this particular war? So that brings us to our last question for today. So here is question number 5. This tactic, which means divine wind, was suggested on 19th of October 1944 by Vice Admiral Onishi in an attempt to balance the technological advantage of invading American forces. Though the numbers are disputed, approximately 2,800 pilots died. They sunk 34 US ships, damaged 368, killed 4,900 sailors, and wounded 4,800. So, what was the name which was given to this particular technique? So, that sums up our 5 questions for today as well. So, I will be giving the answers of these questions in tomorrow's video, so do stay tuned in. And while you're waiting for it, you can try an attempt, and whatever guesses you have, you can leave it in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, please stay safe, take care, good night, and keep quizzing.